Welcome back, everybody. It's another episode of the Inner Health Project. I'm your co-host, Chris Angel, here with your host, Hannah Getty. Hello, Hannah.
Hi, Chris. Nice to be here today.
Yes, thank you. We've got the purple room. I love it.
Yeah.
Very good color. Very good color today. I like it. This is actually a purple shirt. You can't quite tell, but it's light purple. So.
Oh, well.
I received
Wasn't planned.
Got the memo. Well, we're in episode 9 today, and we're talking about how do you get the most out of your massage, which I think is a really important topic because I love massage, and I'm willing to fork over some good money for massage, but I don't often think about like, well, what do I want out of this? So how did you come up with this topic today?
Well, I mean, because you want to get the most value you can, and you want to use your time wisely.
Yeah.
And, you just rushing into a session without kind of having the right mindset. And it also helps the therapists as well know what you want to get out of the massage session. And so we can work together a lot easier and things will connect faster. And I think you'll feel more satisfied and you feel like you got the massage that you needed.
Is there a difference between, so when I show up for a massage, sometimes people will say, well, what do you want to work on today? And I'll say, oh, well, my shoulders are tight or my lower back's tight or whatever. Like you're saying, like actually go deeper into the conversation than just, oh, my muscle is sore. You're actually saying like set an intention, like tell me more about the benefit of that, being more intentional about your.
Well, if you ahead of time kind of know like what your goal is to get, what you would like to get out of the session. I mean, maybe you do really need to work on your shoulder or whatever's really bothering you at the time, but maybe you hold stress in that area. So you can think about, well, why am I so stressed out right now? Why does stress seem to come in my shoulders at this point? What is my actual intention for this massage session? Like what can I do while I'm on the table and relaxing to process what's going on as well?
Like thinking through stuff as you're getting worked on, like that?
Yeah, if something comes up and you feel an emotion or if you feel thought patterns coming into mind, you might want to...
That's good.
Yeah.
So I totally just pictured like somebody actually making a grocery list. Like I can't actually go to the thing I have an intention for because my mind is now unwinding and it's going to like the to-do list that I have.
Well, and when clients come in and they feel very frazzled or stressed out, I will say to them, okay, for this next hour, just put all of that aside and just focus on what you're feeling and what's coming about in this space right now. Don't think about all the 10 other things you have to do after. Let those go. You're going to worry about those later. But for this hour, let's just focus on this one thing. And let's set an intention, whatever that intention is for you. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to, but set an intention for what you would like to accomplish.
Give me some examples of intentions. Like what are some intentions people could set?
Well, maybe they just want to just really deeply relax and become more aware of their body. So you can set an intention to just let thoughts go and let the mind wander if it wants to, but just kind of make sure that you're fully present. I think that would be a really good intention to set. Others might really need to work on an issue like with their shoulder. So instead of checking out or falling asleep, you can really focus on what you're feeling and then give me feedback as to, okay, well, I'm feeling this. When you're pressing on this part of my shoulder, I feel it up into my neck or I feel it down my back. Well, that really tells me a lot and that helps guide me to other areas and to figure out where the issue is really lying. So you can set an intention to be very mindful and very present with me so we can work together to get that much farther in your progress.
Right. Have you ever, maybe even personally for you, because I think you're fairly intuitive, and I would imagine people that come to massage, especially if they're regulars, are intuitive about some of that stuff. But have you ever found like people will set an intention for something that doesn't necessarily even have to do with massage? It might be like, wow, I really want to smooth things over in my family, or I might want to have a promotion in my work. Is there any correlation? Is there any benefit of bringing that intention to a massage?
Well, it's kind of like you're put into a meditative state if you allow yourself to do that.
Yeah.
So you can, I mean, for an example, a client was very stressed out at work, and she was feeling the weight of all that energy. And we talked beforehand, and I said, just with every breath, let that go. Like just when we're working, just try and let all that energy go. It's not yours. Just let it go. Imagine it going out into the universe and transmuting into white light with love. And so that's not necessarily, massage related, but it's an energetic thing that had to happen in order for her to fully relax.
Yeah, that's what I love about that, because I think sometimes people can relate to massage like it's just, oh, I'm going to get a body part worked on. I have a sore muscle. But I think, to your point, like it's a meditative state. And I think when, if we want to go even further into the intuitive space, like if you want to look anything to do with manifesting, anything to do with how you align your energy with, love and where things start, magical things in life start to show up, is when you get your energy in alignment with love and your source and all that stuff. And I think that's a powerful way to use massage.
Yeah. And some people really just want to feel grounded. Maybe they've been scattered all over the place, or there's a lot of stress in their life, or transition through seasons can cause people to feel off balance. Right. And sometimes just having that weighted touch and that feel of another person being there and holding a space for you can help you feel more grounded. And it's not necessarily about working on the muscles. It's just about working on the body as a whole and being in that space so you can breathe easier,
Right. Yeah. I love that. Coming from a business background, I love the idea that, I would often go to a whiteboard, for example, and like, let's just go get all my thoughts out of my head. But I like, as I'm getting older, I'm liking this idea of like different ways to recover and let my mind expand versus a whiteboard. And I think massage is a cool way to do that. I'm just speaking from my own experience, but
our bodies hold different things in different areas. It's different for each person. Yeah. And sometimes when that awareness is brought to that space in your body, you can then start to process it.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah. So tell me about, so let's say I've taken your advice. I'm coming into this appointment with an intention. What can I do around the appointment to get the most out of it, before and after, et cetera?
Right. So think about what your goals are and what you would like to tell the therapist. Sometimes people come in and they don't know what to say. They're like, well, I just want a massage. Let's get on the table and let's go. Right. Just if you come with certain goals that you want to accomplish and let me know that. And then you can write things down, how you're feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, and write that down maybe just for 5 minutes, 10 minutes before the session, just so you kind of have a record of what you were thinking and feeling. And then just come into the session with those notes if you want to share them and your goals, and we can kind of create a customized session around that.
Yeah, I like it. Anything after the appointment?
Yeah. So after your appointment, I would suggest trying to process, giving yourself some time to process what you just went through. Yeah. If we're really working deep tissue, physical part of it, your body's going to need a little time to integrate that and heal and work out those areas, because we've loosened up the tissue, we've opened up a lot of pathways. So your body just needs some time to process that as well. But then you also need time to process emotionally and mentally, if that was part of your session, if that was something that came up for you. Yeah. So I would say just take it easy, rest, don't do anything too crazy, too physical or crazy like that, but just give yourself some time to process.
Right. Yeah, it's really good. I would think a lot of times, you know, when like you wake up after a dream and you don't write the dream down right away, it's easy to kind of have it vanish and disappear. I think probably if you have some good ideas or you have some different thoughts that you've processed while you're on the massage table, I would imagine close to after it's done to write those things down, journal about them or something so they don't disappear as well. Be a
Yeah,
good.
yeah. And then you can compare notes, like how you
Yeah.
felt beforehand and afterwards. And it's also a good way to track your progress with if you're coming in for pain management or pain
Yeah.
to fix imbalances. It's a good way to track
Yeah.
your progress that way too.
I just really like this because you know, I've had a decent amount of massage in my life and I really enjoy it, but I never really come in with this much intention around it.
Yeah.
I really like the thought that as I show up to it and leave it, I can really make more of a memory out of it or create more of a moment out of it than I have. So I love that.
Yeah.
What about any other things about ways we can, after the massage is over, get the most out of it, like from recommendations from you or a massage therapist or anything else?
I'd say don't ignore the recommendations.
Yeah.
If they resonate with you and you feel like they are something that would be helpful for you, I would highly recommend taking that to heart. Oftentimes I'll tell clients, show them some stretches they can do or some soft massage they can do. That can really help in between sessions if we're working on a specific issue, more of the muscular part of it. That can really help in between to keep the muscles more in a balanced state.
Right.
But more on the energetic or the mental part of it, there's other things that you can do, like taking more deep breaths, watching your posture at work or setting up your workstation to make sure that it's ergonomic. Because it's the little things that we do that we don't notice in our daily life that add up over time that can cause imbalances. And also just the way you hold your body can change the way you feel emotionally and mentally as well.
Right.
You know, when you're standing or you're sitting hunched over, you're kind of you're not in a power stance. You're not showing the world who you are. It seems like you're hiding a little bit.
Yeah.
So when you stand up straight and you take deep breaths and you're saying, I'm here, I'm grounded, I'm standing in the world, and that makes a huge difference in just the way you perceive your own self. So I would highly recommend listening to your massage therapist.
Yeah. I think that's why trust is so important, because I think sometimes people might feel like, so if, maybe the recommendation is, hey, I want to come back. I want to see you 12 times this month. I want to see you 35 times this month. Then I might feel like, maybe that's a lot and maybe you're just trying to sell me. But I think, and maybe that's just me because I'm skeptical sometimes, but I feel like that's why having a relationship with your massage therapist is important, because then you can heed the advice in good conscience, like just knowing that the therapist has your best interest in mind.
I mean, there are recommendations. You could try it. If it doesn't work for you or you don't think it's helpful, then don't do it. But, they're just there to kind of get you thinking about, okay, after the session, what's my next step?
Right. Yeah.
When I'm not on the table, how do I stay in a healthy state? So.
Right. Yeah, absolutely. Like water's the one I hear all the time. You're going to drink lots of water.
I mean, staying hydrated is good. We all know that we should eat, not processed food and sugar and stuff like that. So I would, recommend not eating the junk food, especially around getting a massage, because your the lymph system is starting to detox. So you want to help your body out as much as possible.
Right.
So
great. You said to me once, before we even started the show, about how everything is connected. It's so crazy. Like, that, what you eat and then your lymphatic system and the massage and the toxins and all that stuff, like intertwines. And I think a lot of times it's easy for people to show up to a massage and just be like, hey, work on this muscle. Hey, thanks for that. And then I go back to my life the way it was. Right. And then I think without like some extra thought maybe, or plans around what I'm really trying to accomplish, back to your point about intention, then I'm really just treating a symptom and I'm never actually furthering my inner health, you know?
Right. We're just putting a Band-Aid on it. If we're not going to get to the real reason why you're feeling this way, or there's an imbalance there. So looking at your lifestyle, how you move throughout your day and what you eat and all of that. Yeah, it is all connected. It all will manifest in some way. And if you're coming because of muscular issues, it's manifesting in that way. So yeah.
Wow. Well, there's so many places I want to go in that conversation. For time's sake, I think we can leave it there. But it is interesting how it is all connected. And sometimes people will come with a physical thing to see you, but it's oftentimes connected to something else that's going on, you know?
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
I mean, that's so interesting. Like if you just start looking in your life for what else could be connected to this, that's interesting. Anyway, we don't need to go there now, but I love
maybe another episode.
Yeah. I mean, I love that conversation though. So anyway, Hannah, any last minute advice for people showing up to get the most out of their massage?
I think the biggest thing would be to set your intention and not rush through it. And it's an experience that you should enjoy and also take away something from it that can elevate you to a higher level and help you become a healthier individual. So.
Yeah, I love it. Hannah, thanks again for the work you're doing and all this good vibe you're putting out into the world. And if people want to learn more about the Inner Health Project or schedule a massage with you, like where can people go to connect with you?
Yeah, you can go to theinnerhealthproject.com and you can see all of the episodes there. I also have blog posts. You can connect with me on Facebook as well. We have a group on Facebook at the Inner Health Project. And you can tell me any questions or ideas for shows, or if you want to continue this conversation on there, I encourage you to post on there and I'll get back to you. And you just find me there. And I'm also on YouTube. So
I love it. So innerhealthproject.com, right? There's no the on the, is there a the on the front?
No, it's innerhealthproject.com.
Got it. Innerhealthproject.com. Also on Facebook, there's a Facebook group, and then YouTube. So I love it. Hannah, hey, listen, this is good stuff. I can't wait to talk to you in the next episode when we get to address the whole issue of I'm too busy. I'm too busy. We have a solution for you guys. We're going to talk through that in the next episode. So join us then. Until then, Hannah, take care.
Thanks, Chris.